this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm here with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I'm excited to be here today with Dee Dee Acquista from Sentinel One. How are you doing today, Dee Dee?
I'm good, Jeff. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. As I understand it, you are the Vice President of Worldwide Channels, and Sentinel One is fairly new to the scene. So I'd love if you could take a moment or two and share with us what Sentinel One does and a little bit more about your role there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We are kind of new to the scene, as you mentioned. So we were founded in 2013. So we're 5 years old, headquartered in Mountain View, California. We have about 350 employees, 125 of which, and this is one of my favorite things about Sentinel One, 125 of which are research and development experts that sit in our Tel Aviv office in Israel. And these folks think day in and day out about how to build, the most robust cybersecurity solutions to deliver to the market.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot, it's a crowded space and everybody it's very difficult to keep up with who does what. When you think of Sentinel One, we want you to think of EPP and EDR, a true convergence of those two technologies. And we do that with one console, one code base, and it's very easy to manage and very easy to use.
So being part of a kind of a smaller organization, it seems like there's probably a lot of jobs that you have to do.
That's a great question. In a small organization, I think there's so much to do, right? So my role was to build the channel organization at Sentinel One about a year and a half ago when I joined, assemble the right people, right, the talent, come up with a strategy, and a go to market, right, a program. So that's what I've been very focused on for the last roughly 500 days, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been in this business for 15 years, and in the security space, that is. And I really like our approach to the market, and I'm really excited about the momentum we've seen. So over the past year, we've received or enjoyed, I should say, we've enjoyed triple digit growth. And we've had some real blockbuster wins. We took down three of the Fortune 10 within the last 4 months. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you, those guys put you through a pretty rigorous process from a POC perspective when they're choosing, a cybersecurity solution to install on all of their endpoints. So that's a true testament to our technology, to the team that we've assembled here, and it's been really fun to be a part of.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what I'd really like to dive in, as you know,
Hmm.
our audience is channel executives, and they're all looking to learn from each other. So I'd love maybe for you to share how this program and something unique that you've been able to launch, and maybe some of the challenges that you faced in doing so. Maybe give us a little example of that.
Okay. Okay. So, like everybody, we wanted to keep it simple. I mean, the partner's job is hard. They have many manufacturers approaching them every day, asking them, hey, focus on my product. Hey, sell my product. Hey, learn about my product, right? So their job's really hard. They have to know a lot about a lot of different things. So simplicity is really important, and then consistency in our program. So we, as an example, have a margin is king promotion. So anytime a partner brings us a new business opportunity, we guarantee them 20 points of upfront margin. It's the same every single time, and we do not, get away from that at all. I mean, that's just standard practice. So I think the consistency and the rich margin is one thing that makes us different. The other thing that is I believe very unique, because I've worked at other companies before certainly, and I've seen them do this, is when you get healthy margins in year one with us, you get those again come renewal time. Many manufacturers ratchet down the partner's margin at renewal time. So if you made 20 points of margin in year one, when they renew again in, say, year two or year three, you make 20 points of margin again. So there's some very healthy margins to be made when you help us sort of hunt and fish for us and help us find and close new business.
That's great. So, in essence, you're helping to motivate the partners to stay engaged with you longer term. I've heard a lot of different companies are talking about the challenges of keeping the partners motivated year in and year out. And oftentimes they'll say that the most money you can make is on the renewals. So you're actually showing that in effect that partners are able to build up an annuity and working with you. That's pretty great.
Yeah, and it's something, as I mentioned, many manufacturers don't offer. I mean, I've worked at companies where, come renewal time, your margin goes down to, 5, 7 points. And, it's not as enticing to a partner to a partner account manager to worry about helping you keep that customer, right? And keep them happy. And that's very important, particularly, we're 5 years old. People are renewing now. Sometimes, a 3-year deal is now coming up for renewal, or a 1-year deal is coming up for renewal. I mean, renewals are a very important part of our business to move forward. So we're going to need to focus on that, and we're going to need our partners to focus on that with us.
Seems like you're really trying to put, I guess, the partner first in this program.
Yeah, I think, and I've enjoyed a lot of it. I think we've been trying to really think differently, and put ourselves in the position of the partner. So I've been doing this for a while, and I know that yes, they are sort of coin operated, right? We like to make money. That's why we're all here. We're certainly not doing it for the goodness of our heart and just for our health, right? But we have also remembered that the systems engineers are a very important part of the sales process. And so many times the customer will stop and look at the SE and say, okay, like, what do I buy? So we have, not only do we incent the partner account managers, we also have programs that incent the systems engineers to get a little more trained on our solution, to train potential customers, and then to help us identify opportunities. So I like that aspect of the job, because I'm really putting myself in, like, okay, I was to be a partner account manager or a partner SE, how would I want Sentinel One's program to look? And so we kind of backed into it from the partner's perspective, and that's been fun. I also think the hiring. I mean, I really like to build teams. I've been doing this for a while and have built some really strong teams in the past, and Sentinel One is no different. True. In fact, we're a small organization, and Nick Warner, my head of sales, and I have a very similar strategy, which is everybody who has a Sentinel One business card is responsible for building the relationships with the partners. So the salespeople, the SEs, the sales managers, not just my channel account managers, right? So we all kind of rally around that, and we see a major increase in deal registration. So, partner found deals that are brought to us right after we've spent, a day or two in somebody's office. It's absolutely every single time. I'm like, I know where my cams have been, or where my salespeople have been, based on the deal registrations that I see coming in from the partner community.
So I always like to end the interview with my last question, which is, what would you consider a pet peeve? Something maybe other channel executives do, or something maybe at home, something that's kind of fun.
It's actually kind of an easy one for me, and I'm a little old school on this, and everyone is going to roll their eyes, I'm sure. But I think that we are all just, and this is partners, people within your own organization, everybody is too quick to just send an email and not pick up the phone. And I have noticed my email traffic has gone down significantly because I call more and I build more relationships. I mean, just this morning, you and I were giggling as we tried to get everything all set up, right? If I was just talking to you over email, we wouldn't have bonded, and I wouldn't know how your morning was going in Massachusetts. So I hate it when people just send me an email. I really kind of want a phone call. So I'm a little traditional in that respect. Not that, I don't resort to text and emails, certainly too, but there's just something to be said for, being on the phone with someone.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I really enjoyed our time talking with you today. And this has been Jeff Mesnick with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I have been here with Dee Dee Acquista from Sentinel One. Thank you.